Hello, good evening. Can you all hear me? Can everybody hear me? Okay. Rezi can hear me, Rajiv can hear me. Good evening, Rajiv. What about others? Rinin, Asiya, Freestyler, Munu can hear, Akshita. Okay. So, did you all enjoy your festival? Festival of Bakri? Did you enjoy that? Okay. Rajiv is saying yes. What about others? Rinin, Asiya, Freestyler Joe, Prabhavati, good evening. Akshita, Munu, Rezi, Prabhavati, you all enjoyed the festival you had? Okay. Actually, yesterday I had a class, but in my class there was just one student, and he also logged in very late because of the festival of Bakri. It was officially a holiday, unofficially a holiday, but officially we had the classes. So I was wondering if students, I was just wondering if today also the same thing will happen, in attendance or what. Okay. So, you all are having holiday tomorrow also? Tomorrow also it will be off for you? Yes, Rezi, I know. It was a big festival for you. So tomorrow you have your working day. In the office, I'm talking about the office people. It's not off. Office is off, okay. Even in India, the festival will be celebrated tomorrow only. So the official holiday is tomorrow only. In India also. Okay, Munu is not having holiday. That's really sad. Anyways, we can just start. Today we are going to study about demand. Okay. We are going to study about demand. So you all know what is demand. Everybody must be aware of it. Akshita, can you just explain what is demand? Yeah, my camera is on. For interacting with you people, it has to be on for 5 minutes. Okay. So, Akshita, can you just tell me what is demand? Munu, can you tell? Or Prabhavati will tell? Rashid, Freestyler Joe, who is going to tell me? Willing and able to buy. Okay. Now, what do you mean by ability to buy, Rajiv? It's actually ability to buy. Can you just tell me what do you mean by that? When you say able to buy, what does that mean? Power to buy. Okay, power. How are you going to get the power? By drinking Bonvita, chocolate Horlicks. That is going to give you the power to buy goods. Okay, power over here means money, purchasing power. Okay, you're talking about purchasing power. Yes, Rashid says having financial power to change your willing to actual need. Yeah, that is the meaning of the ability to buy. So demand is a willingness as well as ability to buy something. That is demand. And there's a hairline difference between demand and desire. The desire is just the willingness to buy something. You just want to buy it. You just want to own it. You don't have the means to purchase it. But it is converted into demand when you have the means to purchase that also. Alright people? Okay. So now today we are going to study about law of demand. I think many of you might have previously studied about law of demand. Can anyone tell me what is law of demand? You might have just studied it somewhere at some point of time. Some of your course, curriculum. Demand. What is demand? What is law of demand? Rule and procedures that controlling demand. No, I'm talking about the law of demand. When price increases, demand reduces and vice versa. Yes, Rajiv. Whenever the price of a commodity goes up, demand goes down because the purchasing power of money goes down. Previously, you were able to buy one pencil for 10 rupees. Now, the price of pencil has gone up to 20. So, now that 10 rupees cannot buy one pencil. So, definitely the demand for pencil will go down. So, whenever there is a price, and it's not necessarily that the price increases always, Rajiv. It can also be a reduction in price. And sometimes demand is also affected by other things. Means the price of the product itself remains the same, but due to certain other things, changes in some other things, the price for that product goes up or down. Okay? There are many other factors also which influences demand, not only the price. Alright? Rezi says I couldn't hear. Maybe my network is not well. Rezi, everybody else can hear Rezi. Rezi, you can just log out and log in again. Okay, so let's just start with this law of demand. So law of demand says, first we need to define commodity and market, because these are the two things which are related and they are going to be the deciders of the demand. So commodity means something, it is the good that is produced for sale in the market. That is commodity. And market is all areas in which buyers and sellers are in contact with each other for the purchase and sale of the commodity. 1 minute. Yes, Prabhavati. That is what the law of demand says. So market means the areas in which the buyers and sellers are in contact with each other for the purchase and sale of the commodity. And now market does not only mean physical market. Like these days, the online market is a very good platform for selling goods and commodities, isn't it? So market is not only defined as a geographical area. It means any point at which buyers and sellers can interact with each other. Alright. So even online selling is a marketplace. It is a venue for selling goods. It's a platform for that. Alright. And commodity is something that is manufactured for sale in the market. Yes, it's something that is for sale in the market. Suppose your mother cooks food for you. So she is manufacturing something. She is making something. So is that a commodity? The food cooked by mother, is that a commodity? No, it's not a commodity because it's not meant for sale in the market. It is just for use, just for the family purpose. And commodity is just something that we manufacture. If the same food is manufactured, is like made by a maid in the house. Suppose we appoint a cook for making food in our home. So is that a commodity then? The food made by the cook? No, Prabha, no, Rajiv. No, it is. It is a commodity then, because it is for sale. What is the cook getting? Cook is getting paid in return for making food every day. So whatever she is doing or he is doing, he is getting paid for that. So there is monetary transaction involved. Okay. So in that scenario, in that perspective, it is a commodity. Alright. Rajiv and Prabha. When economic gains are involved, then the commodity is meant for means sale only. Yes, it's not commodity exactly. Yes, if it is a cook, it is a commodity, and for mother, it is not money. Yeah. Okay. So now let us see what are the factors which affect demand. Demand is affected by lot of things. Number one, price of the commodity. Can everyone hear me? Akshita is not able to hear. Now Akshita, can you hear me? Akshita, alright. Okay. So factors affecting the demand are price of the commodity. That is the prime factor, the most important factor. The money income of the individual household. Yes. Sometimes the change in demand is also due to the change in income of the family. Suppose earlier the person was getting 20,000 bucks a month, and now he is getting 25,000 bucks a month. So now he has 5,000 extra in his pocket. So things which were a luxury for him previously, now that those things can be purchased by him as a necessity. Okay. So individual income also varies, also decides the level of demand in the society. Then taste and preferences. This is a very important factor, because taste and preferences of the individual keeps on changing, fluctuating. So as the taste and preference, the fashion and everything changes, the demand for a product also goes up and down. Suppose brew coffee, people who were earlier liking brew coffee are now interested in Nescafe. So there is fluctuation, there will be fluctuation in the demand for brew. Although everything is the same, the price of brew hasn't changed, it hasn't gone up, it hasn't gone down. Still the demand for it may go down, because the taste and preferences of the people has shifted now towards Nescafe coffee brand. Okay. The prices of other commodities. Yes, this is also very important. Suppose if the price for car goes down, then what will be its impact on the price of petrol? If the price of car is going to go down, then lots and lots of people are going to purchase car, and as more number of cars in use, more will be the demand for petrol. So although the price of petrol is stable, it's not fluctuating, but its demand is going to increase because of the increase in the demand for car. Okay. Alright. So such types of goods are called related goods. They come in a pair. Suppose I say bread and butter. If the price for bread will go down, so demand for bread will go up. And as the demand for bread will go up, the demand for butter will also go up, because they are two related goods. They are related to each other. Fine? Is it clear? Okay. These are some of the factors. And what the law of demand says is, demand of law says that the price of a commodity will increase if the price of a commodity goes down, the demand will go up. If the price will go up, the demand will go down. Ceteris paribus. Ceteris paribus means other things remaining the same. Means these things should not fluctuate. These factors should remain the same. The money income should remain the same. Taste and preferences should remain the same. prices of other commodities should also remain the same. Only there should be fluctuations in the prices of that commodity. This is what the law of demand states. So demand for n is the function of price for n, price for 1, price of n minus 1 unit, y is the income, and t is the taste and preferences. It's a function of all these things. Alright? You can see the abbreviations, their full form is given here. Dn is the demand, Pn is the price of the commodity, Pn minus 1 is the price of all other commodities, related goods maybe. Y is the income of the household, and T stands for taste and preferences. Y and T always same. No, Y and T cannot be same in practical scenario, because taste is also going to change and the income is also going to fluctuate. But for the purpose of theoretical evaluation, we assume that Y and T will remain the same only. Okay? Actually, it is not so. Practically, it is not so. Okay. So demand function, general demand function is quantity demanded is equal to function of price. It all depends on the price. If the price is high, the demand will be low. If the price is low, the demand will be high. Then specific demand functions is demand for n commodity is a function of price of n commodity. Okay. N may be a related good, it can be a complementary good, it can be any type of good. So this is just a theoretical explanation. Y is equal to y0, t is equal to t0, and this one, it means there is no change in these variables, that is their value is being held constant. Theoretically, we assume that these things are going to remain constant. Then only the demand function will be, the demand law will apply. Now types of demand. The demands are of different types. Just excuse me for a minute. Okay, so price demand, this says demand changes with the change in prices provided income, taste and preferences and prices of other goods remain constant. Okay, demand will change if there is a change in the price of the income. So this is the demand that we talk about when we say law of demand. We talk about price demand only. Okay, everybody, this is the most common type of demand. Then income demand. Income demand says when the consumer's income goes up, the demand for superior quality goods goes up, where when it falls, the demand for inferior goods tend to rise. Okay, so this is income demand. Again, if there will be more money in the hands of people means more purchasing power. When their purchasing power is high, then definitely they will buy more and more goods, superior goods also. Superior goods means the little expensive one. And if the reverse will happen if the income goes down. Okay, like if you talk about biscuits, there are a various variety of biscuits. There is bourbon at one hand and a chocolate cream biscuit on the other hand. If the consumer is earning more money, then he is going to eat bourbon biscuit. If he is earning less money, then he is going to eat Parle-G biscuit, the most inexpensive type. Okay, so inferior goods, the demand will rise. Then cross demand. Cross demand says change in the quantity demanded for one product as a result of change in the price of another product. As I told you, car and petrol, bread and butter. Okay, inverter and its battery, they are two related products. If the price of inverter is going to shoot up, the demand will go down, and if no one is buying the inverter, no one is going to buy the battery also. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Okay. Freestyler Joe, you are not answering. Prabhavati, Kashan, this is your first class and see you for the first time. Okay. So let's just go to what is the usage of this demand analysis? What is the managerial use of this? Okay, Kashan. So every Sunday at 8 o'clock your timing. The class is scheduled every Sunday 8 o'clock your timing. So make sure that you are there in every class. I should see you regularly. Okay. There are some people who are a regular student. I find them in every class. Rinin is there, Asiya is there, Rajiv is there. Munu is not always there. Rashid is there, but he also misses some classes. Freestyler Joe is coming since last 2-3 classes. Akshata is always there, Sanober is there, Rezi is there, Prabhavati, Seher, Monachin is always there. So these are the people who are regular attendees. I find them every time. Alright. So this demand analysis, it serves two main purposes. First is forecasting demand and manipulating demand. Now forecasting demand is very important because a country, how much to produce and how much not to produce, that all depends upon the forecast of demand. If we are expecting an increase in our demand, then we are going to manufacture more, because if I miss the class, be sure I will follow the link to be ready for the next class. Okay. So this is important. This is where the law of demand plays its role. Then manipulating demand. Manipulating demand is adjusting demand. Like what happens sometimes, the price for some product, the demand for some product goes up, which is not really needed. Like if I talk about negative goods. Negative goods include alcohol, intoxicants, cigarettes. These are the products which are harmful for health. So if their demand is going to shoot up, then definitely that's going to harm the society. So to balance the demand for such products, government manipulates its demand. It adjusts its demand. They increase the prices so much that such things, the demand automatically goes down. Okay, that's manipulating the demand. And sometimes on the basis of demand and supply only, the equilibrium in the market is struck by the firm. That we will discuss in the subsequent classes. And all this depends upon the demand elasticity. Now what is the ancillary function? Ancillary means supported, additional. The first one is appraisal of performance of a salesman. How much he is able to conduct the sale. That shows his capability. Fixing sales quota, company's competitive position. These are all ancillary functions, supportive functions of demand analysis. So now we go to elasticity of demand. So elasticity of demand is a concept which measures the relative change in demand because of a change in price. Okay? How much there is a change in the demand because of the change in price. That is called elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand is not only based on price, it is also based on income, it is also based on price of the related goods. Okay. So percentage change in quantity demanded divided by the percentage change in price. That is the meaning of elasticity of demand. This is how we calculate the elasticity of demand. Yes, demand also fluctuates with supply, Prabhavati, but that is not what we are going to discuss today. So elasticity of demand. Market A, expansion in the demand is low. as you can see, this is market A condition. This is the demand slope, and this slope always slopes from upwards to downwards. It has got a negative slope because if I say, suppose this is the price, sorry, this is the price. The price previously may be P, and now the price is P1. Just an explanation. So at price P, the quantity demanded is M. At price P1 also, the quantity demanded will be M only. So we see in this case the fluctuation is not really affecting the quantity demanded, fluctuation in the price. Demand curve always has a negative slope because it slopes from upward to downward. Now market A, expansion in the demand is low. Just see, this slope is a very straight type of a slope. It is not a very broad slope. As you can see in this B type, it has started from here and it has gone to here. There are lots of fluctuations in this market. Expansion in demand is very high. Earlier the price was P, the quantity demanded was this much, N. Now the price is P1, the price has gone down. So demand will obviously go up. So now new quantity demanded is N1. So this gap, this triangle is the measure of elasticity of demand. So this seems to be a big space. So this expansion in demand is high. And in this one, as we saw, it has shifted from P to P1. This is the triangle. Over here, the expansion in demand is very low. It's a very small area, very tiny triangle. Okay. Okay, everybody, clear to everyone? Okay. So now let's see the different types of elasticities. More elastic. More elastic goods are those when the demand is proportional or more to the change in price. Okay. Suppose the change in price is by 20% and the demand has gone up by 50%. So 50% and 20%. The proportion says that the change in demand is much more as compared to the change in price. So that is more elastic. In this case, the elasticity will be more than 1. The elasticity of demand will be more than 1. Okay. Then less elastic. When there is a negligible response for the quantity demanded despite a considerable change in price. 1 second. Okay, so now less elastic. Less elastic is negligible response for the quantity demanded despite a considerable change in price. More elastic demand is normally we see in the case of necessities. Like if I talk about cereals like rice, wheat, these are some necessities of life. So in this case, the demand will be the elasticity of demand will be more than 1. Then less elastic, there is negligible change in the quantity demanded despite a considerable change in the price. It is normally for like we say Salt. Rajiv says salt. Yes, that's a good example, Rajiv. Even if the price for salt will go up or go down, the demand is going to remain more or less the same, because we are not going to start consuming more salt in our food. We are not going to make 20 dishes having salt. It goes that way. So in this case, elasticity is less than 1. Then more elastic, when the elasticity is more than 1 or more than unity, that is what we have discussed. And in less elastic, it is less than 1 or less than unity. Unity means 1 only. Now let's see what is the formula for measuring the elasticity of demand. It is denoted by E. Elasticity of demand is denoted by E. It says proportionate change in quantity demanded upon proportionate change in price. Now how do we calculate this proportionate change? This is calculated by this formula. Change in quantity demanded upon initial quantity demanded divided by change in price upon initial price. It's delta Q upon Q. Delta means the change. Delta Q upon Q divided by delta P upon P. So it's this way: price, original price upon original quantity multiplied by change in quantity into change in price. Okay, following the mathematics. Is this formula clear to everybody? Anyone has any doubt? Rinin, Asya, Rashid, Freestyler Joe, Sanubar, okay. Now there is an example. The original price for product is 3, original demand is 1. Now change in price is rupees 2. Change in demand is 3. We have to calculate the elasticity for this. Okay. So now let's go. Sorry. I think I moved to the wrong slide. Yeah, now this one. Original price is 3 and change in price is rupees 2. Means the price has gone down by how much? 1. So the change in price is, I am having a doubt in this case. Is this change in price rupees 2 or means the price has gone to 2? It's 2, I think. So let's calculate it by the formula. Change first there will be Rashid, what is that? Sorry, I must leave the class now. My sisters and small brothers waiting for me to go outside. If I don't go 1 week, no one will give food for me. So you are going for some outing or something? Some movie or some place? Park party. So is it because of this Bakrid festival? Okay. Alright. So you are going to miss the remaining class, but make sure you are present in the next class, Rashid. Okay, and you can see the recording. Alright. So you are getting exemption only for today, not for every day. So let's just calculate the elasticity of demand. The original price is 3. So what was the formula? Original? Yeah, alright Rashid. Have a great time ahead. Original price is rupees 3. This should be multiplied by let's see the formula. It says original price upon original quantity demanded into change in quantity into change in price. So let's go by this formula. So original price is rupees 3. This should be divided by the original quantity. Original quantity demanded is 1. Now this should be multiplied by how much? This should be multiplied by change in quantity demanded. So change in quantity demanded is 3. As they are saying, change in demand divided by change in price. So change in price is 2, as we can see. So if we cut this, what are we going to get as the answer? 3 into 3 upon 9, 4.5. So what do you say? What type of elasticity is this? Is it more than 1? It's highly elastic. This product is a highly elastic product. Okay. So it can be a necessity. More than 1. It's too much more than 1. It's 4.5. So that's highly elastic product. This we have discussed, I think. Price demand, income demand and cross demand. We have discussed it. Now, this is price elasticity. The effect of change in price on quantity demanded is called the price elasticity of demand. When the change is due to the change in price, that is elasticity of price. So the formula says percentage change in the quantity demanded upon percentage change in the price. So percentage change is 4 and percentage change is 2. So in this case, price elasticity will come to, what will be the price elasticity over here? 2. Yeah. So this 2 shows that the good is highly elastic. The good that we are talking about is highly elastic. Now, determinants of price elasticity of demand. What are the factors which define it? First is the availability of substitutes. If substitutes are available, then the elasticity may not be very good. Suppose if people who were earlier drinking tea, now the price of tea has gone up, so they might just shift to coffee. Okay? It's not necessary that they are going to buy more of tea at a higher price. So availability of substitute is an important factor. If the price for Coca-Cola will go up, people will shift to Pepsi. They will shift to Sprite, Fanta, lot of others are there. Okay? So availability of substitutes. Then adaptability of consumption pattern. It's more or less the same thing. Means how much willing you are to change your consumption pattern. That's the thing. The nature of commodity. What is the nature of commodity? Means is it a necessity? If it's a necessity, then whatever the price change may be, people are going to buy it. However expensive petrol may be, people are going to buy it because they need it. Okay, it's a part of their life. However expensive the electricity will be, maybe, means per unit electricity may be very expensive, but people are going to buy it. Drinking water, exactly. That's a necessity of life. How much expensive, people will buy. Then range of commodity use. That's something like onion. Yeah, Monochin. Onions, they sold to very high prices in India recently. But the demand was affected and people just stopped purchasing onion because it was too expensive, but later on it was controlled. This is how demand and supply played its role. That demand for product went down because of the increase in price. So ultimately, because of the low demand, the supply was increased, and as a result the demand came back to normal and the prices also settled down at reasonable parameters. Then range of commodity use. This is again something like this one only. Weightage in total consumption. How much important that thing is. Like if you're not going to put salt in our food, we're not going to get the taste. So salt is something whose demand is inelastic. It will remain the same whether there's a change or a increase or fluctuation in the price or whatever. Proportion of market supplies. Yes, more the supply in the market, more are the chances of low elasticity of demand. Availability in the market, Muni. Yeah. Now, income elasticity of demand. It means the ratio of the percentage change in quantity demanded to the percentage change in income. It means when we compare it with income. So formula says Y upon Q, delta Q upon delta Y. Initial income upon initial quantity demanded multiplied by change in quantity upon change in income. Now what is the use of income elasticity of demand? It is useful in production planning and management. When we talk about production planning and management, means when the policy framing is done. In that case, income elasticity is very important point to be considered. Then gross national product, when we make the calculation for that, in that case also. Estimating future demand, that is demand forecasting. In that case also, income elasticity is important. Income of the relevant class, income of the relevant region, helps in avoiding overproduction and underproduction. Normal goods or inferior goods. You know the difference between normal goods and inferior goods? Can anyone tell me? Normal goods and inferior goods. When income increases, inferior goods demand will be reduced. Okay. Prabhavati says inferior goods are rare. Okay. Can you give me some examples, Rajiv? The point is correct. Can you give me an example of the same? Diamond, okay. Holidays, carpets, these are all like we can say monotonous typing something. Fast foods, okay. Now cross elasticity. Cross elasticity says it is the measure of responsiveness of the demand for a commodity to the changes in the prices of substitutes and complementary goods. Substitutes also and complementary goods also, like bread and butter. That is a complementary good. Substitutes, tea and coffee. Coca-Cola and Pepsi, they are substitutes. So proportionate change in the quantity of X upon proportionate change in the price of Y. The price of Y is changing, but the quantity demanded of X is going to change. And this is calculated by this formula. This is a separate topic which we will cover in detail in the upcoming classes. Elasticity of demand. Okay. So if the goods are perfect substitutes of each other, as like Pepsi and Coca-Cola, they are perfect substitutes. So in that case, the cross elasticity of the goods are positive or greater than 1. If the price for Pepsi will rise, the demand for Coca-Cola will go up. Okay. And inadvisable to increase the price, rather a reduction in price will be proper. This is what if we think from the point of view of economics, then this is advisable. Price should not be increased, but there should rather be a reduction in the price. Then complementary goods. Complementary goods are which go hand in hand. Like car and petrol, bread and butter, which we have discussed already. Reducing the price may help in maintaining the demand. If the price goes down, then only the demand can be maintained. Now, advertising elasticity or promotional elasticity of demand. This is a new concept. Printer and cartridge. Okay, very good example, Prabhavati. This says change in sales upon original sales divided by change in advertisement cost upon the original advertisement cost. This is the new type of elasticity of demand. Now let's see, there is one example. Price of X is this much, number of units bought is 4. So total expenditure incurred is 5 rupees. Price for 1 unit into quantity 5 units. Now price of X is 1. So number of units which can be bought is 5 now. So now the price has gone down by 0.25 and the quantity increased has gone by 1. Okay, can you see this? The price has gone down from 1.25 to 1 and quantity purchase has gone from 4 to 5. Now these are different methods of measuring the elasticity. We'll just discuss this in short because when we'll discuss about elasticity in detail, then we'll discuss them in detail. Okay. So under this method, the percentage change in price is compared to the percentage change in the quantity demanded. So in other words, the ratio is the change in quantity demanded to the change in price. This is the simple thing which we have been doing so far. Change in quantity demanded upon original quantity divided by change in price upon original price. So a company which generally sells a product for rupees 200 decides to cut the price to 160. As a result, the demand goes up from 40,000 units to 60,000. Now calculate the elasticity. Did you see the problem, everybody? Can you all see? Okay, so everybody please calculate. Just calculate. So in this case, the price has gone down by 40 units. Change in price is 40. Delta P is 40 and delta Q, that is quantity demanded, is 20,000. So the formula says change in price upon original price. So 200 upon 160 divided by change in quantity upon original quantity. So change in quantity is 60,000 divided by original quantity, that is 20,000. So change in quantity is 20,000. 60,000 minus 40,000, isn't it? Everybody? Hello? No one is answering. Everyone is busy calculating. Question says 4. Okay, everybody please calculate. I need your answers. The change in quantity demanded is 20,000 and change in price is 40 rupees. Okay. Let's once again see the formula. The formula says it's change in demand upon quantity demanded. So change in demand is 20,000 upon quantity demanded, that is the original quantity demanded. It was 40,000 divided by change in price. Now the new price is, the change in price is 40 rupees and original price was 160. So what is the elasticity of demand in this case? Renin says 1.875. What is your answer? Renin says 1.875. Asya, Rajiv, Munnu, Freestyler Joe, Munnu says 2.5. Okay. I'll just type, you can just see. The formula says change in demand. The change in demand is 20,000. Okay. This should be divided by change in, this should be divided by the original demand. The original demand was 40,000. Alright. So this, the answer to this is 1 upon 2. Alright. 1 upon 2. Now the second part is change in quantity. I'll just write it here. Change in price. Change in price is 40. 200 minus 160. This should be divided by the original price, that is 160. Okay. So what will you get over here? 40 cancelled by 160. Your answer will be 1 by 4. Am I right? So now the formula says 1 upon 2 as per the formula. It should be 1 by 2 into 4 upon 1. You have to do the reciprocal of this because the formula says this should be divided by this. So we will, when we will divide, we will actually multiply. Munu says 200 or 160. It's 200 Munu because 200 is the original price and it should, we are talking about, okay, 1 minute. It generally sells a product for 200, decides to cut price to 160. Yes, it should be 200. Sorry, it should be 200. Should be 200. So it will be 1 upon 5. Okay. So 1 upon 2 into 5 upon 1. This should be 5 here. It should be 5. 5 upon 1. So answer is 5 upon 2. That is 2.5. 2.5. Thanks Munu. I just didn't notice that. So it should be how much? It should be 2.5. Okay. Yes Monachin, 2.5. A highly elastic good. Yeah Prabhavati. Is it clear to everybody? I am not writing in detail because that will eat up a lot of time. The example is clear to everybody? Yes, it's highly elastic. If the elasticity is around 1, if it's equal to 1, we say perfect elastic. This is highly elastic. It's more than 2. Okay, they have solved it also. This we can see. So we have just put these things in the formula. So we have got it. The answer is clear to us. Now what does the geometric method say? It says the elasticity of demand can also be worked out geometrically, and it has been considered as unity, less than unity, or more than unity, means the same thing. Yes, Prabha, you can get such type of problems in exams. Means 1, more than 1, or less than 1. Geometrically is on the basis of the graph which we get. So this is the initial demand, this is the second demand, and this is the final demand. So as the price is going down, the price is going up, the demand is going down. Suppose we put the price on this axis, the y axis, and the quantity demanded on x axis. So initially this is the quantity demanded, then the price is this. When the price has gone up, the quantity demanded has gone down. When the price has gone even up, the quantity demanded has gone even down. Okay? So this is just an explanation of the same. The elasticity between DE2 and DE2 is equal to, this all we don't need to do in detail right now. It's the geometrical method. It is based on distance measurement. We'll discuss this in detail once we are doing this only. Now there is one PPT, that is a case study of Asian Paints. Okay, Asian Paints is the leading brand of India. It's a case study on that. So what is the objective of the study? To analyze the demand of emulsions of Asian Paints and to forecast the future demand. Okay, how much is the present demand and how much will be the future demand? That is the objective of this case study. Now this is just an introduction. It's an oligopolist market, indeterminate demand, few sellers, differentiated product. All the characteristics of oligopoly are being satisfied. This is just data. Should I go to next? So you can see organized and unorganized. The leaders in the industry are these companies: Asian Paints, Kansai, Berger, Jensen and Nicholson, ICI. So Asian Paints, these are the statistics of Asian Paints. They are the market leaders, largest distribution network, largest brand equity. Berger Group and ICI are very close competitors, dominates the decorative segment, more than 15,000 retail outlets. So this is the financial picture of Asian Paints. This all is data. Once you get the case study from IMTS, you can just study it in detail. Okay, already time is less, so I'm just little bit hurrying up. Research methodology: primary research, sample survey, sample size. They have done these methods. They have used these methods for research. So you can just go through this case study once you get it. Alright. So elasticity and everything has been covered in this, because just 30 seconds are left for the class to be over. So there's no point in explaining it in detail. So we'll meet in the next class. and we'll do another topic next Sunday. And please don't forget to mention your feedback, everybody. Alright, please fill the feedback form which you are going to get at the end of the class, and make sure you are present in the next class because your attendance is important. Good night. Thanks for your time. Please fill the